Greetings, wise ones, and welcome to the Eighth House Wisdom channel. I'm Melissa of Eighth House Wisdom, author, psychotherapist, business astrologer, feminine energy, and stellar planning expert. I'm here with the March 2024 Lunar Wisdom Formula for the Libra Worm Full Moon and Penumbral Eclipse, which is starting spring eclipse season for this year. Today, we're going to be diving into how to work with the energies of the Libra full moon and a lunar eclipse, and how this potent lunation influences our business journey as we transition into the spring season, as well as from first quarter to the second quarter of the year and the business year. So, if you want to learn more, stay tuned for the rest of this video to get tips for working with spring eclipse season energy, and give it a thumbs up so that it can be shared with more wise ones via the YouTube algorithm. And if you haven't already, make sure to subscribe to this channel for more new and full moon lunar wisdom formulas to keep you in cyclical flow and in your soft girl era in life and in business. Welcome to spring eclipse season, wise ones. We have just started the astrological new year, and here in beautiful springtime renewal Aries season, we are encountering the first lunation of the zodiac season and the actual annual season, which is the Libra worm full moon and penumbral lunar eclipse. Today, we're going to be diving deep into these energies and giving you some tips on how to navigate this fated time as we also transition into the second quarter of business and the year during eclipse season. The Libra full moon lunar eclipse is a really potent lunation that invites us to consider and embrace themes of balance, harmony, and grace, both in our personal and professional lives, because Libra is the sign of both personal and business relationships. As we prepare to bid farewell to the first quarter of the year on March 31st, this full moon is calling us to release old patterns, to review our progress, and asking us to allow for fated events to unfold. This full moon will be occurring at 3 a.m. on March 25th, 2024, with the moon at 5 degrees Libra and the sun at 5 degrees Aries. The lunar eclipse will start around 12:52 and run through about 5:30-ish a.m. So crossing the bridge from Sunday night into Monday morning, we'll be experiencing this eclipse depending upon where you're at in the northern hemisphere, and I'm located on the East Coast. Everyone on the earth has some sense that eclipses tend to be a big deal, because they are oftentimes visible changes in what happens in the nighttime or daytime sky. Lunar eclipses always occur with full moons, and this one is here to wake us up and get us as a collective to look at our personal and communal perspectives in the area of our chart ruled by Libra. Libra lunar eclipses specifically tend to have a focus on social bonds and reciprocity, especially in business and romantic relationships. As it relates to our career, our work, and our true purpose, this should inspire us during this very potent and heightened period of the emotional cycle to practice empathy, compassion, and to tune into a sense of justice and fairness around our personal and professional relationships. The full moon in Libra and the biennial lunar eclipse of 2024 not only kick off the start of eclipse season, but they enable us to experience Libra's gracious, fair-minded, and socially driven vitality. As we hit the peak of the March lunar cycle, this lunation holds the weight of fate because it is attached to an eclipse. It is here to help us find balance and harmony in our life and in the way that we negotiate socially and professionally. So as we wind down these last few days of the first quarter of the business year, I wanted this video to help us to focus on the powerful energies within this lunation and to talk about how to work with it in order to assess, release, and align our new moon in Pisces intentions for what will occur after this fated period known as spring eclipse season 2024 comes to a close.
So make sure to grab a copy of your personal birth chart and or your business chart if you have one, so that you can get the most out of the content in this video.
To apply the information in this video, click the link below to get a free copy of your birth chart. Understand your planetary placements and get your planet positions at birth so you know where all the signs are in your chart. First up, we're going to talk about the Libra archetype, the lover and judge. Libra is the seventh sign of the zodiac. It's one of the only zodiac symbols that isn't human or animal. It's connected with the scales, which represent balance, beauty, and diplomacy. Libra is ruled by Venus, the planet of love and harmony, so it encourages fairness, partnerships, and beauty when in this air sign, opposing its more earthy expression when related to Taurus. This sign promotes collaboration, compromise, cooperation, and establishing unity and balance in our work. It's important to grasp the Libra full moon eclipse's particular energies so that we might understand how the role of fated events may show up in our life and business. And what I mean by fated events are reoccurring patterns that have happened over time related to natural cycles with planets and positions. This particular lunar event is a time for contemplation, realignment, and resolution to help us comprehend what's happening in our interpersonal and social relationships, to assess our current business and career values, and to take a look at the work commitments and production commitments that we have, and to see whether they are in balance in our lives. Libra's lover and judge archetypal energies encourage us to seek fairness and equilibrium in all aspects of our lives, including our business. It also encourages us to approach things with an open mind and to intellectually embody the idea of love when it comes to interacting with friends, interacting with clients, interacting with coworkers. This is an energy that helps to bond the collective, because before we can be a community, we have to have a unity of two separate entities working in a balanced form of tandem. And that's what the Libra archetype is calling for during this particular lunation. Also recognizing that full moons are about endings and completions. Now let's talk about full moon or lunar eclipse energy. If you follow me, then you know I am not a fan of manifesting during eclipse season. And that is because we have moved into a faded period of time where the energies are coming at us to establish long-term cyclical patterns that have been in play over eons. So this is not a time to manifest and set intentions, but a time to observe what changes show up, to release and respond to them in real time. The full moon lunar eclipse amplifies the energy of the Libra archetype, focusing on balancing, diplomacy, business partnerships, business contracts, business arrangements, with a specific focus on marking a time of culmination and closure in those areas. It becomes a period of reckoning where we are invited to release what no longer serves us and makes space for new beginnings, some of which will be activated with the new moon eclipse on April 8th. And in thinking about new moons, we are in a 6-month corridor that may connect or manifest deeper understanding or deeper unfolding of events related to the new moon solar eclipse that we experienced on October 14th, 2023. This is information that can help us to best prepare for and roll with the events that show up and create culminating experiences either on the full moon day, but because this is a powerful eclipse, within the next month after. And for some people who have eclipses in their chart or are tied into lunar phases, like myself, I have a lunar personality, then you may be experiencing foreshadowing of that even before this, as early as about 2 weeks ago. Taking a look at this orb will give you a sense of what's changing and more insight about setting and character development as this faded change in timelines shows up. Strategies for eclipse energy in business. Now, again, I don't recommend manifesting during eclipse season or in between this lunar cycle. However, it is important to understand how to work with the culminating and very potent energies that come with a full moon. And the Libra full moon represents the house of business relationships. So it is still a very potent time to take a look at what's happening within your business, career, and partnerships, and to, again, observe patterns and unexpected scenarios that may show up as faded events, so that you can gather the information and or downloads that eclipse season will be bringing you over the course of the next month, and are able to reconcile these events such that when we're out of the season, your manifestations and efforts can reflect what has happened after such a significant shift in energies. The next few slides are going to be focused on how we can use this eclipse to review our strategies, our partnerships, and our goals, as well as to remind ourselves about celebration of our successes, to look at our progress over the first 3 months of the year, and to begin to create a course correction plan where necessary, because we will also be heading into Mercury retrograde on April 1st and are currently in what is known as the pre-shadow where also unexpected events take place and will be rolling out throughout the month of April. First tip, releasing. Remember, full moons are all about culminating, endings, and letting go. To quote Chris Brennan, Hellenistic astrologer, full moon eclipses are about great endings. And so we want to recognize one of the key practices during this lunar eclipse event is to lean into releasing and letting go. We have to let go of old habits, beliefs, and relationships, plans and or partnerships that are hindering our business growth and progress. We had just moved into the spring season, and so this is a time of renewal, but without a cyclical pattern of winter before where the fields go fallow, and a clutter cleaning such as spring cleaning as we move into this new phase, we will get locked up with energy and create clutter because there's too much to manage. By releasing the past, we create a vacuum and space for fresh opportunities and experiences to flow into our business and career lives in response to the intentions that we set. This is the power of working with repeating natural cycles, especially the lunar cycle. Tip number 2, we're talking about reviewing. Of course, this is going to be an absolutely pivotal tip for us to discuss because we are currently in the pre-shadow of the first full Mercury retrograde of 2024, which will be occurring in the sign of Aries. If full moons are about culmination and full moon eclipses are deeply about releasing and letting go so we can shift timelines, then it is important to and essential to review during this Libra full moon lunar eclipse. It's time for us to take stock of our personal achievements, business and career achievements, as well as setbacks from the first quarter of the year. We need to ask ourselves questions like, what lessons have we learned? And what adjustments need to be made going forward? Even deeper into this practice, we want to look back at what was happening on October 14th, 2023, with the new moon eclipse in Libra, as well as the April Aries new moon eclipse that occurred on April 20th. These eclipse events are part of a family, and so the power of astrology and stellar planning and eclipses as a spiral pattern is that we can refer back to dates and look at the events that were happening around that time to begin to piece together the plot, the theme, and the running through line of the events that began in the crossover eclipse season that occurred in 2023. This is a really great way to orient yourself, to make sure you don't cross the same bridge twice, and to get deeper insights into what may be showing up. You may have the same theme occur, but at a higher octave with different players. Again, this becomes the power of astrology in honing us in on dates and helping us to learn our own personal interpretations of what happens in these recurrent natural cycles. And last but not least, we really have to talk about receiving and allowing, because the full moon is what we would consider to be a yang or masculine point, one of the cardinal points of the 8 major phases of the moon. But preceding the full moon energy, we are masculine yang energy from new to full moon. From the full moon on, we are in the feminine energy receptive portion of the lunar cycle. So, of course, every full moon calls us to work on our receiving and allowing skills. When it comes to eclipses, what we need to allow for is the unfolding of fated events related to the lunar position and recurring natural cycles. Again, looking to the area of your chart that is ruled by Libra. For me, as a Gemini rising, it is my 5th house. Will give you some indication of what themes may be showing up. For me, social themes related to fun, friends, creativity, children, and it is also the house of romance will be showing up, and taking a look at endings is the general theme. And so understanding that information can allow you to better interpret what messages you'll be receiving from the eclipse, as well as tuning you in to a stronger sense of destiny and inevitability, because this Libra full moon eclipse is occurring on the south node. The moon has 2 nodes, the node of destiny, which is the north node, and I like to think of this more as the node of release or the node of karma, which is the south node. And so this is going to be activating past lives, past issues, in addition to all of the other things that we have talked about in the video. So you may be activated to receive past benefits, past karma as well, past consequences for things, and allowing for these things to occur will help you best work with the karmic comeback energy, because karma just means comeback, so that you can move on to the next phase, which is what eclipse fated events are here to do. Trust in the beauty and the precision of the lunar cycles, of the lunar eclipses, that the way that this will unfold will be divine and will be guiding you towards a journey. And remember to remain open, because we will have 2 eclipses in a row where we should just be attending to what endings are showing up, and then with the new moon eclipse, looking at what beginnings occur in this month-long corridor. So once we get firmly rooted into Q2, we know where we want to strike and how we want to utilize the eclipse-free new moon to start setting really informed and wise intentions. So there you have it, wise ones. These are my current tips for working with the Libra full moon eclipse of 2024 to release and balance out the first quarter of the year and get spring eclipse season off to a beautiful start. As we embrace the energy of the Libra full moon and the lunar eclipse, let's all try to remember that the role of this lunar event and the fated things that come with it are to help us to release which no longer serve us, and to help us switch and shift timelines into new realities that are aligned with the intentions that we have been setting over the course of the last quarter, as well as far back as 6 to 9 months ago with the start of this eclipse family and series. We want to review our progress with clarity and think towards balance and equanimity. Not that everyone will have exactly the same things, but that we will have what we need ultimately. Some equity and equity to function in the best ways as we let go of things that are no longer needed and make space for fated events to come in and shape our business and professional journeys. The more, as women, leaders, and entrepreneurs, we can align our working schedule in a masculine-dominated area, which is production of money and working in career, with the lunar cosmic rhythm, which is feminine, the better we will feel when we are at work, and the more we guard ourselves for burnout and overfunctioning. We also pave the way for greater harmony, balance, and success in the coming months ahead when we work with the energy instead of trying to willfully fight against it. And Lord knows we need to be reminded of that during very headstrong Aries season. So I hope that you've been able to get something useful out of the content in this video and in learning ways to really apply the Lunar Wisdom formula for your highest good. I want to thank you for joining me today. And if you liked the content, remember to subscribe, give me a thumbs up, and follow us for more Lunar Wisdom formula and business astrology wisdom and insights, because life and business do come with an instruction manual. It's written in the stars. Until next time, wise ones, bye for now, and blessed be.
Wise one, are you ready for a stellar breakthrough? I'd love to help you with that. In this 30-minute free stellar breakthrough analysis, we'll identify the top 5 things that might be holding you back from aligning to your stellar success cycles and the one thing that you need to do to move forward. Current energy vibes, the year ahead, your story, whatever you need, we can start to work it out. Book your free private session today by clicking the link in the description below. I'd love to help you architect a life of more cyclical flow with ease and grace in 2024 and beyond.
Check out my new Etsy store called Stellar Planning Tools to get some of my newest products to support you in applying stellar planning, the Lunar Wisdom Formula, lunar self-care, and to expand your manifesting practice. My new series, The Wise Woman's Mindset and Self-Care Guides, are being offered exclusively on Etsy. These guides were created to assist you in living with more ease, grace, and with a process to make lasting change in your life. Check them out. Link is in the description below. Discover the keys to your life's path and purpose by reading the stars with a free personal astrology report sample from 8th House Wisdom. From obstacles to opportunities, these reports teach you what you need to know to thrive. Try out any of these 8 types of astrology reports, 2 multi-package reports, and 1 tarot reading in the 8th House Wisdom Astro Report store before you buy them. They're available for immediate download and specific to you, your life, and your unique birth information. Self-care isn't selfish. It's absolutely necessary for a soft life. Click the link below to get my free top 7 beauty therapy and self-care tips and the beauty therapy checklist. Learn to manifest by the moon with my astrology ebook, The Lunar Wisdom Formula. It helps women stay in tune with feminine energy and manifest a life that feels as good as it looks. The 2023 edition comes with a bonus moon calendar and important dates. Click the link in the description below. Get more out of your beauty treatments and self-care by aligning them with the moon's mood and phase. In my astrology ebook, The Lunar Wisdom Formula for Beauty and Self-Care. This guide does all the hard work for you so you can get greater benefits from your self-care and live a softer life by the moon. Link in the description below. Introducing our newest book, Guide to Herbal Remedies, packed with information on how to use herbs and plants to promote health and well-being. The guide includes detailed information on a wide range of herbs and their healing properties, as well as recipes for teas, tinctures, and other remedies you can make at home. Whether you're looking to boost your immune system, reduce stress and anxiety, or treat common ailments, this guide has everything you need to get started with natural healing. Join us as we explore the world of herbal remedies and discover how you can use the power of plants to support your health and well-being. Plus, 2 bonus items for getting herbal tools and using herbs to smudge so you can round out your herbal medicine cabinet and toolkit. Crystals are a fantastic tool to harmonize and ground your energy. Use my coupon code 8th House Wisdom for 11% off high quality, ethically sourced crystals. Click the link in the description below to shop today. Think, speak, and grow an abundant 2024 by downloading a free copy of the 2024 Stellar Year Blueprint. It's my formula for applying astrology to align your life to the natural cycles for greater ease and grace. Click the link in the description below to download yours today. Get an in-depth look at the astrology of 2024 and more information about my stellar planning process with this free workshop, Stellar Planning for 2024. Think, speak, and grow an abundant new year. Click the link in the description below to watch now. Remember, wise ones, life does come with an instruction manual. It's written in the stars. Please like, share, and comment on this video, and subscribe to my channel if you haven't already. Sending you so much light and love. Take care.